Top 10 showcases of power by Luffy.
We begin with the return to Sabaody at number 10, where Luffy takes down a Pacifista.
Oh my god. That nigga got cocky with him,
Luffy
bro.
shows us just how much he's progressed after training for 2 years with the Dark King, Silver's Rayleigh. On his way to unite with his crew 2 years after the bitter Battle of Marineford, Luffy's accosted by Marine Officer Sentomaru and 2 of his Pacifistas. Apparently,
did that nigga just have one of them, like, them fake disguise things on?
each one packs as much power as a Marine battleship.
Is
Not
that a
for
robot,
Luffy, though.
bro?
Unfazed, he dismissed the cyborgs for being too slow and easily dodges their laser beams that are targeted at his head. He goes into second gear and immobilizes one of the Pacifistas with a single armament Haki enhanced blow. A cool welcome to our Star of Hope, Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh my god. Dude, that fucking cyborg thing is fucking humongous, bro. Yeah, that was a fucking humongous ass robot.
Taken prisoner at Udon by Kaido, Luffy subdues the prison guards with his supreme Conqueror's Haki, which is our pick at number 9. The tournament is set up by Queen, one of Kaido's all-stars, to punish Luffy for helping.
Hold on, bro. What I'm starting to notice is, in One Piece, bro, there's always a captain that's like fat as fuck, bro.
A fellow inmate. Wave after wave of tough contenders are thrown at Luffy, but he just wipes the floor with all of them. After a full day of fighting, an exhausted and starving Luffy still finds the strength to conquer out the remainder of Queen's pesky guards with his Conqueror's Haki. It's no sweat for him. Despite Queen's best efforts to tame Luffy, the fight never leaves our young hero. On the contrary, in fact, it feeds his determination, and he smartly uses the tournament as an opportunity to train his Haki. This Luffy is the exact opposite of the brash, reckless youngster who was easily defeated and imprisoned by Kaido. Can Udon really contain this inferno? With parallel strength and confidence, every time Luffy uses this extremely rare Haki is a moment to behold. His display at Udon is no different. Easily one of the most breathtaking moments in One Piece, Luffy unleashing Conqueror's Haki at the Summit War comes in at number 8.
I don't know what the fuck Conqueror's Haki is. I mean, I'll learn about it when I get to it. This shit, is he gonna say something about Conqueror's Haki in every single moment, bruh?
Yeah, man! At the execution of Ace, commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, son of the notorious pirate King Goldie Roger, and sworn brother to Luffy, a full-blown war breaks out between the pirates and Marines. As the situation turns dire, the executioner's blades are a hair's breadth away from Ace's head. Luffy screams for them to stop and, in his desperation, unconsciously unleashes his Conqueror's Haki to monument.
Bro, how does nigga Luffy look fucking buff in one scene and then skinny as fuck in the next, bro?
Effect. Marines and pirates alike are knocked out cold in a massive radius around him as Whitebeard, Sengoku, and the 3 admirals look on in amazement. It's a colossal display of power that announces the young upstart's arrival on the world stage. The symbolism doesn't stop there, though. In that bleak moment, Luffy transmits a ray of hope to his down-and-out comrades, making it impossible not to see his uncanny resemblance to Roger as the greatest pirate of his generation.
That fucking massive-ass head. Who is that back there?
At number 7, we have Luffy revealing Gear 4th Boundman in his bruising battle against the devilishly charismatic Don Quixote Doflamingo. With both contenders equally adept at using Conqueror's Haki, Luffy's Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd prove ineffectual, but the man doesn't know defeat. And so Gear 4th Boundman makes an appearance. With a marked increase in destructive power and defensive capabilities, Luffy's attack proves to be a handful, even for an opponent as strong as Doffy. At around 13 episodes, this fight's one of the longest in One Piece anime, and it's a testament to how formidable an opponent Doffy is. Boundman isn't only one of Luffy's strongest techniques, but also a striking visualization of his never-say-die attitude. Its revelation not only heralds Doffy's impending defeat, but also Luffy's inevitable showdown with Kaido, the main backer behind the ruler of Dressrosa. It's all things ghoulish at number 6, where we have Nightmare Luffy fight Oars in Thriller Bark.
Luffy.
Nightmare Luffy. Hold on. What the fuck?
It all starts with Luffy getting his shadow stolen by the sinister Gecko Moria and inserted into Oars, a 500-year-old zombie giant. Luffy's force-fed 100 captive shadows
What the fuck? How many fucking forms does this nigga have, bruh?
by a group of renegades who've also been stripped of their shadows. Their aim is to bring Luffy on par with the monstrous enemy he must defeat to save them and himself. With blue skin, a giant upper body, and enhanced strength, Nightmare Luffy is Hulk and Frankenstein rolled into one. It's one of his strongest transformations to date. Unfortunately, it's specific to the Thriller Bark arc, which means we might not get to see it again. But Nightmare Luffy holds the promise of many more fun transformations our hero might undergo in the future, and I for one can't wait for them. At the halfway mark is Luffy taking down the Yonko
So that's just regular old Nightmare Luffy.
Kaido with his explosive elephant gun in one fell swoop.
God!
Enraged by the Straw Hat Captain for dismantling his business of artificial devil fruits in Dressrosa, Kaido, drunk, disorderly, and in his dragon form no less, runs amok looking for him. While everyone quakes in terror, a calm Luffy chases after him. On guts alone, we must applaud him. Catching up to the drunken monster, Luffy goes into gear 3rd and lands a punishing fist on Kaido's head, bringing down the dragon mid-flight. Kaido, one of the foremost powerful pirates and capable of appropriating an entire country, is no pushover. And to bring him down on their first encounter isn't a walk in the park either, but Luffy accomplishes what no other from his generation would even dream of doing. It's far from over though between the two, and we all know a momentous final battle awaits. But this display of power dares us to dream of Luffy winning not only his fight with Kaido, but his ultimate race to be the Pirate King. What's more, it's a truly satisfying way to sober up a drunk.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Luffy deals with the bully, Bellamy the hyena.
Oh my god.
The action takes place in Mock Town for this one, where the Straw Hats are gathering information on the fabled Sky Island of Skypiea. True to the name of the town, Luffy and Zoro are sneered at and beaten up for believing in a dream. Despite the provocation, the two refrain from fighting back, drawing a parallel with the incident where Shanks similarly gets a beating.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, don't be like Shanks Luffy, bro.
In Makino's bar. A testament to the maturity with which the seemingly impulsive Luffy handles every situation. This scene's an early intimation of the greatness that he will eventually achieve. When Luffy meets Bellamy in a final showdown, he calmly dodges the latter's attacks, driving the hyena to use his ultimate technique. Standing still in the fuss of Bellamy's high-speed moves, Luffy unleashes one furious, well-deserved punch that knocks the socks off this foolish bully.
Damn, bruh. Hold on, that nigga actually did that shit when he was moving that fucking fast, bruh. Nigga was bouncing off walls.
Things get hectic in the 3rd spot where Luffy faces another giant. This time, it's not an invincible zombie, but a prize-fighting gladiator named Hajuruddin.
Fuck.
On a mission to inherit Ace's Devil Fruit, Luffy enters a gladiator contest in disguise. After taming a fighting bull nicknamed the Grim Reaper, Luffy rides into the stadium amidst fanfare, knocking down a throng of fighters. Just then, he encounters Hajuruddin. As the crowds watch aghast, the giant swings down his shield and leaves Luffy half embedded in the ground. It's a one-sided contest, the commentator screams into his mic. But is it really? In the blink of an eye, Gear 2nd is activated, and the giant is felled by a Haki hardened fist. Not many could boast of having toppled a colossus with such ease. Seeing Luffy in his ridiculous disguise one-shot his oversized opponent might be more entertaining than intense. You can't deny his obvious power. What's more, this winning moment serves as a sneak peek into what will follow in his fight against the Don Quixote family. In the runners-up spot is Luffy making easy work of 100,000 enemies in the Fishman Island arc. Hody Jones, the captain of the new Fishman pirates, is on a path to establish the terrifying reign of the Fishmen, who for long been persecuted by humans. Luffy, fighting the righteous war as always, is on the side of the suffering Fishmen civilians.
Bro, there is so many fucking abilities and shit. Like, up in this show, I'm just trying to see what Zoro got, you feel me?
A confident Hody mocks the 10 humans facing his army of 100,000, but as the staggering numbers charge towards him, Luffy walks to their very midst all alone. Calmly, he unleashes Conqueror's Haki and halves Hody's army effortlessly. Unlike the involuntary Haki moment in Marineford mentioned earlier, this time Luffy's fully conscious of what he's doing, and he does it in the presence of his adorning crew. There's nothing new about Luffy shedding his goofball image and becoming the icon of courage, even in the face of daunting defeat, but this early moment of heroism has remained impactful despite the passage of time, and that's because it's one of the first moments where we're convinced that there can only be one Pirate King after Roger, and that's Luffy.
お前がどんなとこでどういう王になろうと勝手だけどな。海賊の王者は一人で十分だ。
And finally, for our winning entry, it's got to be Luffy's Red Rock versus Kaido.
ゴムゴムのレッドロック。
Oh my god, bro. Like, why the fuck is this shit so beautifully animated?
Law and Zoro to fight the monstrous alliance of Kaido and Big Mom, but behind the Yonkos, the fallen Akazaya 9 catches his eye. Promising the fallen samurai that he'll win back their country from Kaido, Luffy gathers all their intentions within him and lets loose. His attack, Gomu Gomu Red Rock, is certainly impressive, but it became even more powerful thanks to his mastery of Ryu, which makes his Haki second to none. Even Big Mom's astounded to see Kaido to the ground. Never ceasing to amaze us, Luffy declares to the shocked Yonkos that he'll surpass them and become the Pirate King. This declaration of war isn't only extremely gratifying, but it is also prophetic. It's what we've been waiting for ever since he made his intention to fight the 4 Yonkos clear many episodes ago. As for his arresting image in a long black coat, where he seems to resemble Shanks or even a younger Roger, is it perhaps a telling clue from One Piece creator Oda? It certainly feels like it.
俺はモンキー D ルフィ。お前らを超えて海賊王になる男だ。
I can't wait to get to all this stuff. Like, I'm still only at the beginning, episode 12, bro. But oh my goodness.